Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. So today I'm going to do my March empties video. These are all of my empties from the month of March. I feel like this is a smaller amount of empties than I normally do when I do an empties video. But I wanted to go ahead and do the video on this one so I could get these products out of my house. And it was the end of the month, so I figured I'd just go ahead and do like a monthly empties video the same way I did last month, and these empties are for the month of March. So the first item in here is this Joy Sugared Snickerdoodle Bath & Body Works Fine Fragrance Mist. This was in my project Used It Up for the month of March, and it is completely finished. I am so glad that I'm done with this, and this is one that I'm pretty sure I never want in my collection again. It's definitely not a bad scent, but I'm just trying to curate my collection to be specifically scents that I just really like. And I'd rather use scents that I really like as opposed to scents that are just okay, that are just kind of mediocre in my opinion. Now, I do feel like this is one that if they brought it back, they might possibly like reformulate it so that it smells a lot better than it did this last time that I was using it. So if they did that and I decided that I really liked it, then I would repurchase it. But if it comes back exactly like this, most likely I will not. However, my daughter really does like this fragrance, so I might get it for her. But yeah, so I'm done with that. Okay, so next I have this Suave Essentials Milk and Honey Moisturizing Body Wash. I love this body wash, and I usually go through one of these every winter. This one was, again, in my March project Use It Up, and it was right here whenever the month began, and I finished it up. This is one that I wouldn't normally try to intentionally use up because I'm just going to repurchase it, but I didn't have a whole lot left in it, and I wanted to get my use out of it for the winter because I don't think I had used this one a whole lot yet this winter. So I did just go ahead and use it up, and got my use out of it for winter and was finished with it. I didn't want to use this one and then have like, say, maybe this much left, because what I've been doing with my shower gels, since I have a big like body care collection with my shower gels and stuff, I try to change out my shower gel in my shower every week. That way I am getting use out of every product and making sure I'm going through my products and using them up. So I feel like this one was probably right here whenever I put it in there. And if I had used it for a week, I probably would have had just a little bit left. So I didn't want to put that much back into storage. So I just went ahead and used it up. But yeah, I love that one. It's always a repurchase. So next are these Little Critters Immune C plus Zinc and Vitamin D. 2 gummies contain as much vitamin C as 5 mandarin oranges. So I bought these for my daughter like a while back, and she was using them. And then we just kind of fell off and she wasn't taking them as much. So I finally got these back out and we just went ahead and used them up. We both used these at the end because she was taking them, and then I had ran out of my hair, skin, and nail peel that I was taking. And so these were sitting up there, and since we were making the effort to use them up, I decided I would use these. This is not the same thing as a hair, skin, and nail peel. I was just taking it while I didn't have a hair, skin, and nail peel because it does have helpful ingredients in it that are good for your skin and your hair and your nails and things like that. So vitamin C is specifically very good for your skin. Vitamin D is good for your nails. And I think zinc is good for your nails as well. And I'm sure all of it's good for your hair too, because it's a vitamin. So I was just using these to help her use them up, and because I didn't have all the supplements on hand that I normally take. So we both used these. These were okay. I have been trying to stay in the habit of keeping something on hand for her immune system, to keep her immune system built up for when we're in that time of year when there's sicknesses going around at school, and you know, you don't want your child being sick all the time, just from attending school and stuff. So I do try to keep something on hand that's for her immune system. That is something I have tried to start doing. So I may repurchase these for her, or I may try something else. But these were okay. Okay, so next I have this Nivea Smooth Hands and Cuticle Care Hand Cream. I really liked this hand cream. However, I did notice irritation on my hands whenever I was using it. And since I am now growing out my natural nails, you have to use hand cream all throughout the day to keep your hands moisturized. Every time you wash your hands, you're supposed to rehydrate them. And that is one of the steps that you're supposed to take whenever you are growing out natural nails. So with that being said, I am going through a lot of hand creams, hand lotions, and things like that. And I have used other hand creams that did not cause any irritation, but then I used this one. And so I started watching some dermatologist videos on YouTube, and I learned that even the smallest things, such as like fragrance in a hand cream, can cause irritation on your hands. So I don't know if it was from that. And I was also doing some other things around the time that the irritation showed up on my the skin on my hands. So it may not have specifically been from this hand cream. It could have been from something else. But it did happen while I was using this. But the other hand creams I've used had fragrance in them and they didn't bother me. But there could be other things in here too. Because like I said, I watched some videos and it can be the smallest things. There's ingredients in a lot of mainstream like hand care products that actually can cause irritation. So again, I don't know if it was this specifically that caused the irritation, but because it happened while I was using this one, I will probably just try something else the next time I stock up on hand creams. I probably won't purchase this. I'm not saying I never would ever again, but I'll probably just try something different because I'm always trying new things anyways. And there's other ones I want to try. And there are other ones that I know that I like for sure. So I probably wouldn't repurchase this one anytime soon. But if I did, I would definitely try to figure out if this is what was causing the irritation or not. Because like I said, it could have been from something else, but I don't know. So anyways, that's what I think about that. Okay, so next I finished up this face product. This is Oilology Hydrating Facial Oil infused with hyaluronic acid, peptides, and squalene. These facial oils have a lot of really good ingredients in them. So this is a really good skincare product. This is what I consider a winner in my opinion. And these right here you can get from TJ Maxx. I get a lot of my skincare products from TJ Maxx because you can find really good quality products with really good quality ingredients that are not chock full of chemicals and things you don't need to put on your skin. You can find them at TJ Maxx for a very decent price. Just check out your ingredients labels whenever you're shopping there, and you can find some good things. And this is one that I found at TJ Maxx. Use this up. I also used this on my hands. It's got great ingredients in it, so you can definitely use it on your hands and cuticles and things like that. So that's what I used this for. And a lot of times face care products end up being good, like cuticle care and nail care products, you know, and you can even use a lot of face products on your hands as like a hand moisturizer. And I already thought that, and I was already doing that, but then I heard another YouTuber say that as well. So I guess I'm not alone in that. But yeah, so this is good for, you can use it as a facial oil, or like I said, you can use it as a cuticle oil, or just whatever you want to use it for. But yeah, I used this up. Okay, and then let's see. This is a Tresemme Tress 2 Spray Ultrafine Mist. This is just a hairspray from Tresemme. And actually, I don't think I completely used this up recently. I think I found this while I was cleaning recently, and I added it to my empties. I also want to say there might have been just a little bit left in this one, and I think I had like 2 bottles of like the Tresemme hairsprays that are similar. I had another one that was similar to this, and I think I poured the rest of this bottle into that one. I think is what I actually did. But yeah, so these are pretty good hairsprays, and I don't use hairspray a whole lot, but when I do, I like these right here. Okay, so next I have this LA's Totally Awesome Ultra Deluxe Liquid Dish Detergent. I usually don't, well, sometimes I include household products like cleaning products and things like that, but I don't always include my cleaning stuff. Sometimes once I'm finished with it, I just throw it away. I don't put it in an empties video, but I included this because I I really disliked this dish detergent so much. I'm not against the LA's Totally Awesome brand because they are a good brand. They've been around for a long time, since I was a child. I remember being at a flea market one time, and I guess this is when the Totally Awesome had probably first came out, like their cleaning spray, the one that's like, it's in a clear bottle and it's yellow, and you can get it at Dollar Tree, I think. I think that one must have just came out because, like I said, we was at a flea market, and some lady was like demonstrating how well it worked, and she was putting like gum on her jeans, like on the jeans she was wearing, and like spraying them and taking the gum back off, and just showing people how it works or whatever, and how it's, you know, a really good formula for cleaning and stuff. So since then, I've always looked at this brand as like a really good brand or whatever. So I'm not knocking the brand. For me, what I really disliked about this dish detergent was the scent. Like, I literally hate this scent so much, and I've decided that most, like, brands, like, you can get this brand at Dollar Tree, but I don't really consider this a generic brand because I've always had faith in this brand. You know, seeing what I saw as a child at a flea market where some lady was, like, putting the gum on her jeans and, like, spraying the LA's Totally Awesome on it and then taking it back off, like, so that just made this brand stick out in my mind ever since then as a really good brand. So I don't really consider this like generic or knockoff or anything, but this particular liquid dish detergent that's by them, you can get it at Dollar Tree, and it's in with the other like generic ones and stuff. So like this one and like other dish detergents, I've just decided that I'm not buying those anymore for a while because I just hate the way they smell. Like, I literally hate the way they smell. Like, I can't do it anymore. And this was what really drove me over the edge because this one smelled so bad. I actually finished using this as laundry detergent. Just a little hood hack for y'all that my ex-boyfriend taught me. You can use dish detergent in place of laundry soap if you run out. So that's what I used this for. The rest of it, I was just so ready to be done with this and get rid of it. But it was just, it's the scent. And what bothered me was when I would use it on my dishes, I would still smell it on my dishes. Like, and I don't usually wash dishes by hand, but sometimes I still have to wash a dish by hand, and I would still smell it on my dishes. And sometimes when I'm in the kitchen cooking, I wash my hands 3 or 4 times while I'm cooking because I got my hands in like, you know, raw meat or something like that. And so I'm constantly washing my hands in the kitchen, and I hated the way this smelled. I hated it so much. So, I'm done with this, and I don't want it again. I purchased one of those, bottles, like the no flip top bottle that you can like hold upside, you can like leave it upside down, like on your counter. I purchased one of those the other day, and it was one of the Gain ones in the scent. I think it's called Honeyberry Hula. It's the blue one. I'm sure lots of people have seen it. It smells really good. But I had already decided before I finished this that I was going to get like a nicer dish detergent. And so I kind of wanted to get the Dawn Platinum because I know it smells good, and they have the no flip top, which I've been wanting. And they also have a lemon one that I saw while I was at the store. Both of those smell really good. But I ended up going with the Gain Honeyberry Hula. I've used that one in the past, and you know, I knew that it smelled good. Plus, it was a no flip top, and it was one of the like cheaper options. Like, it was only $1 and something for the bottle that I got. So it actually didn't cost much more than one that would be from like Dollar Tree or like a generic brand or something like that. So I actually got that. You can also buy the refillable bottles to go in those, which is, I believe, even cheaper. But I really wasn't concerned about the price. I just wanted to get something nicer that did not smell bad. But I'm definitely going to start using better dish detergents for a while anyway. I'm not saying I would never purchase these again. Like, I would not be totally closed off to never purchasing this one again, but definitely not in this scent. But I still don't care for like the other dish detergent scents that I have smelled that was like in this brand or some of the generic and knockoff brands, like the really cheap ones. I just don't like the way they smell. So I'm going to use something else for a while. I'm not saying I'll never go back to this. I know that these are a good deal, but I just don't like the way they smell. So, yeah, so I'm going to be using the Gain for a while. And I'm done with this, and I don't ever want this scent ever again. So yeah, done with that. So yeah. All right, so next I have this Physicians Formula Organic Wear Lifting and Glowing Mask with Meadow Sweet Extract. So Physicians Formula is a good brand in my opinion, and it's normally kind of expensive, especially if you get it like at Walmart or somewhere like that, or, you know, obviously CVS and Walgreens. But I found this at TJ Maxx for $4.99, and of course, y'all know me. I read you can like lift this up, and it has the ingredients on it, in it. The ingredients that are in it. Anyways, it's not coming up right now. But if you lift this up right here, you can read the ingredients and stuff. So of course, I read the ingredients in the store before I purchased it, and saw that it had what I consider to be good ingredients that I'm fine with putting on my skin, that will actually help my skin. And this was only $4.99 at TJ Maxx. So it was a really good deal. Again, I tell everybody, people are always like, what kind of skincare do you use? And I always tell them, just go to TJ Maxx, look through the skincare products, read your ingredients. If you're not sure if it's good ingredients or bad ingredients, just do a quick Google search. You'll get familiar over time with what you're looking for and what you're looking to avoid. And there's also apps that are available that you can just like scan the product, and it'll tell you if it's a good, like a clean quality product or not. But I really just look at the ingredients myself, because I'm used to looking for specific things or looking to avoid specific things. And I'm familiar with what a lot of ingredients are now, just because I've looked them up so much. So that is what I suggest. If you want good quality skincare, just go to TJ Maxx and look around and see what they have. And also a lot of it is a lot cheaper than some of these like mainstream brands that claim to be really good for your skin, but don't really have the best ingredients, and then they cost more too. So TJ Maxx is a win-win as far as skincare is concerned. Okay, this is a whitening mouthwash. I don't even remember using this up. I just found this while I was cleaning the other day, so I thought I would throw it in here. I believe that this came from Dollar Tree. It probably came from Dollar Tree, but I believe that I remember that I enjoyed using this because to me, it has a short ingredient list. And I think I had probably compared this to something else I had at the time. And that's why I was like, oh, okay, well, this is not too bad. I mean, there's some ingredients in here that are probably not that good for you. But, you know, mouthwash is mouthwash, and sometimes you just got to do the best you can with it. And like I said, I think this came from Dollar Tree. This is not what I'm currently using. I'm currently using something by that Guru Nanda brand, because they have really good quality ingredients in their products. So really like that brand. That's the one I'm currently using. I'm no longer using this one, but this was just an empty that I found while I was cleaning, so I thought I would include it in here, throw it in the basket, and just show it to you guys. Okay, so then I have a peroxide bottle in here. I use hydrogen peroxide for a lot of different things. Obviously, when your kids scrape their leg, you need to clean it and put some peroxide on it. So obviously we use it for that. If my daughter has an accident, then we use some peroxide. I actually have a spray bottle of hydrogen peroxide that I got from Dollar Tree. So that comes in super handy if you have kids and they have scrapes every now and then. You can use it for that. I also use this to clean my vegetables with and my fruits and stuff. You can use this as like a veggie or fruit wash. It's totally safe, and I like to use it for that. And also, I've started using this as a body care product, which is why I included it in here. I use this in my foot soaks, and I've been enjoying doing that. So yeah, and hydrogen peroxide has many other uses too. Like you can use it for so many different things. But I wanted to include this because I had started using it for my foot soaks, so I thought I would include it and mention that. So next I have this perfume. This is a Juicy Couture perfume. A lot of you are probably familiar with this one. This is the, I believe it's called, okay, Viva La Juicy Gold Couture. I knew it was something gold and then it had couture in the name, but I wasn't exactly sure of the order of the words in the title. So thought I'd look real quick. But yeah, so this is a good perfume. But this is a perfume that I mainly just wear in the winter time. And that's really the only time I use it. It's a smaller bottle, and I've used it a lot in the past, and I didn't have a whole lot left whenever it was winter time again, and we were still in the very cold weather and stuff. So I did go ahead and just use this up, and most of the time I paired this with something gourmand and sweet and stuff. This is just kind of a, it smells like a floral that has a little bit of caramel in it. It's a light, sweet, floral, I would say caramel perfume. I think this has caramel in the fragrance notes, but it pairs well with like any type of like gourmand fragrance. So that's what I was using it for, and I'm finished with it. This is not a love for me. This was just just okay. So it's not one that I would repurchase at this time, probably ever again, because I just don't really care about it that much. But it was good, and I used it up by just, you know, how I would normally use it, which was pairing it with gourmand fragrances that I was wearing and things like that. So yeah. Okay, so next I have this 99% fresh aloe soothing gel. This is just something I had got at TJ Maxx at some point, and I've used this for various things. I think I mainly used it on my feet for a while, and then I also mixed some sugar in with this and used it as a body scrub because I was trying to use it up, and I also had a bag of sugar that somebody had given me, and I was out of body scrub at the time, so I tried to do that. It worked okay, but then the sugar kind of like melted into the product, and it didn't really work any longer as a scrub. So I actually just used this as a pre-shower treatment on my skin, and used it that way. Finished using it up that way. This is not something I would repurchase. I love aloe vera gel. And I've always used it and really enjoyed it. But I have another brand of aloe vera gel that I keep pretty much always in my collection. So if I was going to get one, it would be that one. So this particular one is not one that I would repurchase. Okay, and then I also used up this rejuvenating facial oil. This is avocado and jojoba, balances, moisturize, and smooths. This is by the Giovanni brand. Giovanni is known for their hair products, I believe, so some of you are probably familiar with this brand. This was something that I used to use when I first got this. I thought this meant, I didn't really pay much attention to what it said on the front. I saw facial oil, and in my mind, I thought facial. So I was just using this as, like, I would put it on my skin and just let it sit for like 10 or 20 minutes and then get in the shower and go about the rest of my skincare that I would normally do while I was in the shower. And then I realized that this was just meant to be a facial oil that you could use just like moisturize with or whatever, which it was fine for me to use it the way I was using it. But then it clicked in my head, oh, that's not exactly what they meant it for. Like, so I can continue to use it that way, or I can use it just to moisturize with. But I have used other oils in the past the same way I was using this one. It's kind of like a facial before getting in the shower. But yeah, so I ended up using this up recently, and I used this mainly on my hands and cuticles when I finished using it up. So yeah, but there was a break in the video because I had a notification about my storage on my phone, so I had to deal with that real quick. But I was just saying that actually, I don't know what I was saying. I think I was just saying that I used this up. Oh, once it got towards the end, I think because it was older, it started to get like really, really thick, and it smelled like it had gone rancid. And I don't know. So I'm sure it was like out of date and stuff, and just anyways, but I did finish using it up anyway because there wasn't that much left. So I figured I mean, there was no harm in using it. It just wasn't new and fresh or anything like that. But yeah, so I finished using this up. Okay, and then I have this Love Spell candle from Victoria's Secret. I used this one up. This smells so good. Love the Love Spell scent. And I currently am burning another Victoria's Secret candle that I got the other day, and it's in the scent Pure Seduction. So I like these candles okay. This was my first time to use these, and they're all right. So then this is another empty that I didn't finish recently. I just found this while I was cleaning. This is Neil Med Nail Cleanse Wound Wash. This is just the wash that I used for my nose piercing when I got my nose done or whatever. And this is just a sterile saline solution ready to use. This was simple to use because it had like the spray top on it. I think you can probably just use like hydrogen peroxide whenever you have that kind of piercing. But I don't know. This is a saline wash. It's not the same thing. But this is what I used. And yeah, so it's empty. Thought I'd include it and show it to you guys. Okay, so next I have this Vaseline Intensive Care Hydra Healthy Hand Lotion. This is one of my favorite hand creams of all time. And I finished using this one up. And I looked recently at Walmart and I could not find this one where they normally have it at. So I don't know. I hope they didn't stop making this because I really like it. I'm sure if I look online, I'll find some if I just really want some of it. But yeah, I've always liked this one. I've always used this one. And I do plan to repurchase this at some point. So next I have a bottle of jojoba oil. This is just one that my mother gave to me. And there wasn't a whole lot left in it whenever she gave it to me. I think it was like right here. And I just used it on my hands and nails and finished using it up. Okay, so next I have this Essie Gel Setter Top Coat. This, I did not use this up recently, but it is completely empty, and I found it when I was going through my nail stuff, so I was like, let me include that in my empties video. Again, I don't remember using this up, but I must have, because it's empty, unless, I don't know if it's spilled. I don't know. I don't know how this became empty. I just know that it is empty, but I do like the Essie products. I will say that. They have a nail oil that I want to try, and there's also like a nail hardener. I believe it's a hardener or a strengthener, the pink one. I think it came out more recently, so I want to try that product as well. I do like the Essie products, and this is a top coat, so I was going to say that this might be something that I would purchase again once I start painting my nails more. But right now I'm just doing like strengthening treatments and stuff like that on them, so I'm not really painting my nails right now. But once I start painting them again, this is one that I would repurchase. Okay, this is another empty that I found while I was cleaning. This is Sierra Naturals Vitamin C Serum. This is just, I believe, a product that I probably got from probably TJ Maxx, more than likely. I believe that I finished this up by using it on my hands. Again, I did not finish this recently. I just found it, so I thought I would put it in here and include it. But I believe that I finished this up by using it on my hands. It has good ingredients for the most part, but sometimes I'll buy things for my face and then I just use them as like a hand serum. So yeah, I believe that's what I use that one for. Okay, so next I have this EOS Shea Better Hand Cream in the scent Pink Citrus. Really like this hand cream. I really enjoyed it. I was a little bit worried about using it after I used that Nivea one because obviously this has fragrance and stuff in it. But I didn't notice any irritation with this one. So yeah, so I mean, again, the Nivea cream may not be what caused that, but I just assumed it was. But this one didn't cause any irritation. I really like this one, and I would most likely repurchase the EOS hand creams. Like I said, I am going through a lot of hand creams right now while I am growing out my natural nails. Okay, so this is not empty, but it's something that I'm completely done with. I don't ever want this ever again. I don't want to use it again. This is Crest 3D White Brilliance. This has like this is like the two-step like whitening process. Every time I have used this, I have had just a weird reaction to it. Not an allergic reaction, but it just feels so weird putting this stuff in my mouth. And obviously, I'm sure it's full of things that are not good for you, which I wouldn't have been too worried about that if I just hadn't had like a weird, odd reaction in my mouth to it. But this makes my mouth feel just like super uncomfortable and like almost like, I don't even remember the reaction that I've had, but I've tried over and over to use this, and every single time I use it, it just feels so odd and so uncomfortable, and it really feels like something I should not be putting in my mouth. I'm not saying that I wouldn't use any of their other whitening products, but this particular one right here, this was horrible. Like, every time I would put it in my mouth, it just felt so uncomfortable and so weird. And I almost felt like it was taking the enamel off my teeth too. Like, I really felt like it was. And I've heard that some of these whitening systems do take the enamel off your teeth. So, which in the long run does not help whiten your teeth. It actually can make them worse, I believe. I believe I have heard that about some of these whitening, some of the whitening products. Not all of them, but some of them. But this one it just didn't feel right. I did not feel right using this, and it made my mouth feel so funny and weird and odd and just, like, I don't know. Just, so it's not something that I want to use. If I try whitening products in the future, which I'm sure I will, it will not be this. I'm done with that. Okay, so what all's in here? This is a empty that I found. Also, I didn't finish this up recently, but this is one of those oil plug things, and this one is specific to the one that Walmart makes. You know, they have their little like wall plugs, and they have the oil plugs that go in them, and this is like specific to that brand. I can kind of smell something, but I don't really smell it anymore. I remember this working okay, but I would like it if when Walmart made their oil plugs, they had made it so it was more universal and like different things would fit into it besides their specific oil plug. If you guys use those and you've ever found one that would plug into it that's not their brand, let me know, because I haven't, and I think it's probably made specifically so it will only fit their brand. I don't like that about those. So I still have one of the wall plug-ins. I would purchase some of these again because I do like the wall plug-in that I have. It has like a night light in it and stuff. But this is not something that I'm going to rush out to repurchase. Obviously, I don't even think I've repurchased one of these, and this one is not new at all. Again, I can kind of smell something, but I don't know what this was. But I found this, so I thought I would include it. This is just a lid that goes to that mouthwash I was telling y'all about. This is a Dazzling White Professional Strength Whitening Pen. Now, I can get behind these products right here because they're mainly just made with like peroxide, and that's basically pretty much all that's in here. So I felt safe using this and safe using it on my teeth. However, I put this one down for a while and didn't use it. And then I picked it up the other day and was going to start using it again. And as you can see, it's very expired. It expired in 2020. I was still going to use it anyway, but whenever I was putting this in my mouth, it had a really, really bad taste. And I assumed it was because it was expired. I want to say it kind of had a bad taste to begin with, but I didn't really mind because, again, I didn't see anything alarming in the ingredients list. So I used it anyway when I first got it, but recently I tried to use it again, and I wasn't sure if I remembered it tasting that bad, and so I was like, well, it's expired. I'll just get rid of it. So I'm done with this. But I would probably repurchase that, and I think I even got it from Dollar Tree. So yeah, probably a good deal. Okay, so the next thing I finished was the Sally Hansen Advanced Hard as Nails Strengthener. I did a whole review on this product. If you're interested, that's on my channel. But yeah, this is a hardener for your nails, and it says strengthener, but I think this one mainly works as a nail hardener. I don't know, I'm not sure. But I'm sure I talked about it more in my in the review I did on this, and probably went more into detail about what it specifically was on there. But yeah, this product worked pretty good, and I will say though that this is one that I personally, like, I enjoyed it and it worked for me, but it's one that I would not be able to continue to use consistently because sometimes once you've been on a nail hardener for a while, it can cause your nails to start chipping and breaking. So you have to take breaks from them or just not use them again until you need them. So I did use this one and it worked for me. I noticed a huge change in my nails. However, once I got to the end of the bottle, my nails were starting to chip a little bit. And that's normal from a nail hardener. Like, a lot of times you can start out with a nail hardener, but then you need to switch to a strengthener. Because, over time it can cause your nails to get hard and too hard. So much so that they chip and break. And you don't want that. But with my specific nails, mine had an issue of peeling and ripping on the side. So this really helped with that. So yeah, it's a good hardener in my opinion. Okay, so this is just Illuminating Color Care with Biotin Glossing Rescue Shots Hair Treatment by Pantene. These are really good, and I had a whole box of these, but I think I found this one by itself because maybe I only had one left or something whenever I was using them. So I believe this was the last one, and I finished using this one. I do really like these. I think they've came out with several different versions of these, so I don't know if they still have this specific one on the shelf, but I'm pretty sure they still make these, just different versions of it. So yeah, I would say these are really good, and it's something that I would probably repurchase. Wouldn't run out to repurchase it, but if I did like a hair care haul or something like that, then I'd probably get some of them. Okay, so this is a LA Colors Juice Bar Lip Oil. This was in the scent Kiwi, and I used this up this month. Well, in March, I used it up. Here's another lip product. This was a birthday cake EOS that I finished up. And then I have a nail glue here that I finished up. Okay, I have these little things right here that I wanted to show you guys. So this came in a container. There was several of these in a container, and it was by that Spa Scriptions brand, and this was supposed to be like a facial serum or like a skincare oil or something like that. So I purchased these because I felt like the ingredients were okay for the price I was paying, and I was like, okay, I'll get this. But I got to looking at it a little bit more, and I was like, I don't know if I just really want to put that on my face. Maybe I'll use those on my hands. So I actually ended up using these up recently. I found them again and used them up as cuticle oils. I just put the little hole in them and rubbed them onto my cuticles, and they worked really great for that. And I think there was about 20 of these left, and I used them up. And I don't know what happened to the original container that they came in because I don't know where it's at. So I thought I would just include an empty one of these. Probably like the smallest empties ever. Okay, so next I have this Xyla White Refreshment Toothpaste Gel. We finished that up. I have this Good Baths Nourishing Lip Balm in the scent Sweet Apple. So I really liked this lip balm. I talked about this in another video, and I had said I was going to use it up or use it and get some use out of it, but I ended up using it up. And I had said that I was disappointed because they put the potassium acesulfame in there, which is an artificial sweetener. And it's not good for you. It's completely unnecessary that this company used that when they could have just as easily used like stevia or something like that. So there was another break in the video because I had a notification on my phone pop up. But so I was just saying that I was disappointed because it had the artificial sweetener in here. But the rest of the formula in this is really good. In fact, it's one of the best lip balms I have used because I noticed whenever I was using this that it made my lips very, very soft, and they stayed very soft. Sometimes lip balms can actually be a little bit drying to your lips, like they're supposed to nourish them and moisturize them, but they can end up being very drying. Or sometimes if you use lip balm an awful lot, like, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that your lips are going to be soft and like they should be after using a lip balm. But with this lip balm, it did what it was supposed to do. It made my lips very pillowy and soft, and it's just a really good formula. So I had said whenever I was talking about this one the other day, it's probably one that I would not repurchase because of the artificial sweetener in there. But the formula is just so good. And if I found this one again, I would consider repurchasing it just because of how good the formula is. But I don't know, because again, I don't like that artificial sweetener is in there. I try to avoid stuff like that. And it's especially annoying because these companies do not have to use those. I mean, they could just as easily use like stevia or something like that. Something that's natural. So yeah, so this is a really good lip balm, but I'm very torn on whether or not I would repurchase it. But I think what made this one so good was the petrolatum that's in here. I think that's what made this, and I think there's some beeswax too. Well, it says synthetic beeswax, but there's other lip products that have the petrolatum in them, and I know that Vaseline has like their own like lip balms and stuff, and I've purchased some of them, but I haven't used them yet. But I'm just gonna step out on a limb and say that those probably do the exact same thing as probably, you know, as far as like getting your lips to be very soft and doing what a lip balm is supposed to do to your lips. And I have also heard that those are like literally like some of the best ones you can use. So I'm going to guess that this is very similar to those. So this is one that as of right now, I'm not planning to repurchase it, but it is a really good formula aside from that one ingredient that shouldn't be in there. It's a really good product and a really good formula. So, I think what I'm going to do though, instead of purchasing this one again, is just using something that is similar to it. And I feel like the Vaseline ones would do probably the same exact thing. So that's what I'm going to try next in place of this, because I do have some of those and I want to start using those anyway. I'm just not using them right now. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on that lip balm by Good Baths. So then I have another cuticle oil. This is Nail Magic vanilla almond cuticle oil. This is good. The ingredients list had already worn off whenever I started back using this, so I don't know what all this had in it, but I believe that I remember that it had lots of good ingredients that are really good for your natural nails. So yeah, I used this one up, enjoyed using it, and I really liked the way that it smelled too. Okay, so next I have this White Rose and Peach candle by Mainstays. This had fragrance notes in it of Georgia peach, white rose, and peony petals. This was a really good candle, and I really enjoyed using this one. I use a lot of these Mainstays candles because to me they're a good deal for what you get. And so yeah, these are usually always a repurchase for me. I don't know if I would purchase this particular one next or even again for a while, because I like to try different ones. But I'm definitely not against purchasing this one again. But most of the time when I purchase candles again, I like to try something different. So I'd probably try something different if I got another one of those. And then the last thing in here, this fell out of the basket earlier. This is just a bath soak with pure Epsom salt and essential oils in the fragrance Coconut Lime. This is by Spa Naturals, and I actually got this from Dollar Tree. Now, one thing about different salts that you get from Dollar Tree or anywhere really, sometimes they can be made with salts that are not really Epsom salts, or it can be salts that are just drying to your skin. But this particular one was a good product because it's made with the actual Epsom salt, which is really good to soak your feet in or like your body. This one also had coconut oil and jojoba oil, and then the fragrance. So I considered this to be a really good product because, like I said, sometimes when you get these bath soaks or whatever, they're not really made with Epsom salt. But this one was. So I felt like this was a good product, especially for it to have came from Dollar Tree. And I finished using this one up by using it in my foot soaks. So that's what I finished using that one as, was just a foot soak. So yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like. And also, if you have not subscribed yet, make sure you're subscribed. That way you don't miss any of my videos. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.